banzi omumaiso obuguda bwona babutematemamu. That when he had my message, he no longer had 4 acres. He had only 1.2 acres. Therefore, out of my 7 active enterprises, he only decided to do 2. A few dairy cows and eggs, hens for eggs. And because of that, he's now, after you remove costs, each month he makes a profit of 16 million. And in a year, he makes a profit of 180 million from 1 acre now. And he's employing 10 people permanent, 5 part-time. That is 15. So when I was sitting here, there, and hearing all the stories I was hearing, I decided to get my calculator. And I know that Uganda has got arable land of 40 million acres. Now, what Nyakana is doing is what I advised them to do: intensive agriculture. But there is extensive agriculture, where you don't do the crops, the activities I recommended to them, but you do things like cotton, like ebikado, byabasoga, sugarcane, like tobacco of the Rugubaras, even the indigenous cattle, like the ones that I keep at Kisozi. Those are activities which you can only make money from if you do them on a big scale. You cannot do on 1 acre cotton and you get out of poverty. So those are in the category of extensive agriculture, which we also need. Because, for instance, maize is in extensive agriculture. The Bachiga of Kamwenje, barahinga ebishori. Ebishori bintenda ngo hinje bingi, uhinje hahango. Wabo nita karahango, wote nita karahango, bigaha bishori za kwabura kwanje. Kora yangira mu tahabura kwanje ubwo nubira kushangayo. So Nyakana started with the two enterprises. Dairy, where he has got 8 cows now in the shed, fed by the grass he cuts and feeds them, and poultry. And he's employing 15 people. So I was saying, if the land, when I was sitting there listening to all the stories, I said, out of the 40 million acres of Uganda, which is arable, what if 20 million acres were used in the way we have recommended for the Nyakanas and others who have listened? Each acre creating 15 jobs. I made a calculator there. Would need 300 million jobs. You have more jobs than all the population of East Africa. So don't tell me about lack of jobs. Talk about lack of vision. Because the jobs are there. The jobs are there. You can hear from 1 acre, this individual is employing 10 people permanent. So suppose you had people operating using just half of the land area of Uganda, of the Arabo land area. You would create so many jobs. Countries which don't have jobs are countries which are poor. Uganda is not poor. The problem here is lack of vision. Nobutahurra. Umuntu necyari kureba akwabura tumukufai. Nimba ningamba bagwejegera rebuku. Fine. So this is point number one. So please stop wasting my time with the job, lack of jobs. The jobs are there. What is lacking is vision. All those children who are going to work for the Arabs, they shouldn't be going there. What are they going to do to work for the Arabs? They should be here. Now, Nyakana is producing the milk and the eggs. But now, he has also gone into making manure. So he has become a manufacturer now. From the cow dung and the matotoro of Nkoko. In our rich language, amazigenkoko to get amazigenkoko. To get amatotoro. So he's making manure from the droppings of the cow dung and the droppings of the chicken. And then he's also making animal feeds from, so he has now gone from agriculture to some sort of value addition. So therefore, you, the labor group, I want to meet you. We are talking about Uganda. We are not talking about Belgium. We are not talking about Switzerland. We are talking about Uganda. Uganda on the equator. That's where it is. So I want to meet you. You speak very well, Okero, but you come and get substance to speak about. So this is the number one. And normally I am polite. I try to talk. I don't want to embarrass people. But I think politeness is not a good idea also. So in the coming days, I will be speaking in a non-polite way. Jobs come from wealth. Jobs come from wealth. You cannot have jobs without wealth. Emirimu nigirgo ombuguda. Omuguda nakora ebyo buguda bwe nebizara emirimu. Nyakana nakafamuke katoito kazaire emirimu 10-15. Uitaka rukoto njija kuzara emirimu mingi kwa kurukosa kurungi. Owa hoteli neberiye omuntu beti nazara emirimu nazara abantu emirimu. Owikorero ndoba riye omuntu ninga rya company beti nazara emirimu. So wealth creates jobs. You cannot have jobs without wealth. So therefore, when you are talking to you people, start with the wealth creation. How can we make it easy for wealth, modern type of wealth, not the traditional type? Obugago wobujaja nedda webuli bwaliwo naye kati twetaaga obujaja obugago obw'omulembe. We need modern wealth. So you, the workers and employers, it's not in Europe. In Europe, there was a class struggle, because the Europeans were imperialists, exploiting us, but also exploiting their own people. Here we don't need a class struggle here. We need a collective struggle to see how to create wealth which creates jobs. So that's a debate between employees, employer, federation. This one is a European phenomenon. The issue here is to create wealth. Now, for instance, you, the workers, because now there's a contradiction in what you are saying. Because you are saying, employ more judges, employ more registrars, employ what? That means money now. So where would I get money to extend electricity, to create electricity, which is crucial for the factories to get cheap electricity and be able to be competitive? Because if the manufacturers had cheap electricity, we need to solve, you, the labor, you should come and we talk how to solve the problem of transport from Uganda to the coast. How can we have low-cost transport to the ocean? Because with low-cost transport to the ocean and with low cost of electricity, then the business people will come in, they will make profit, and you, the workers, will now have reason to say, you are making profit, give us more money. But now, you are like suicidal, all of you. You are engaged in a suicidal war. This so-called manufacturer, because of the confusion among the political elite, because they waste my time. Try to do this, they block it. Try to do this, they block it. I'm always polite sometimes, but there is a limit to politeness. Instead of putting money to solve the problem of the railway, we need a railway to the ocean, a cheap railway. Now we are begging the Chinese, begging I don't know who. Why do we beg? We can build it ourselves if we are disciplined. And we don't squander money, wages, salaries, allowance, benchmarking, what? So, you work with the few investors whom you have here, and with these political people who are full there in the pavilion, to solve the problem of cheap transport to the ocean. Number one. Number two, electricity. Electricity, we are doing well. We have got surplus electricity now, but it was distorted by your corrupt people. On Bujagali, behind my back, they went and make an agreement with Bujagali to bring what they call private capital with very expensive terms. So that was what is distorting our tariffs, our electricity prices. Otherwise, they will be low now. So let's struggle to have low cost of electricity, low cost of transport. I think these are the two. Now, low cost of money. We should put more money in UDB. More money in UDB. So that UDB can lend money to the manufacturers cheaply. not from the not like the commercial banks. The commercial banks are for traders to go to America and get dead people's clothes and bring them here and sell them to us. So please, this is the second point. The first point, if you want more jobs, listen to the NRM guideline on the monetization, on the full involvement of agriculture into the money economy. All the homesteads in the rural areas should be involved in the money economy through intensive agriculture, and others through extensive agriculture. Then on the side of the factories, let's solve the input costs, the cost factors. Then we can demand, once we know that these people are making profit, good profit, because you can calculate it yourself. You can calculate it. You don't have to, for the employer to calculate for you. You can calculate it. How much does the electricity cost? How much does water? How much does this? So how much profit is he making? If you are making so much profit, then you can give us. So we need an organic approach to this problem, not just copying. The problem here, you are quoting the international law. This problem here is not law. The problem here is reality. What is on the ground? You can make a law. You say the laws are there, but if the factories are not there, what are you going to do? What will the law regulate? Now, on the somebody talked about taxes also. I will meet the traders on the 7th. But you need to know, I think I wrote an article in the social media that omuntu kwarakuba nasubra ebitoke ninga ebichori kubiha Fort Portal kubitwara Kampala nahereza omusoro kukuba nokora business yokusubura ebichori nebitoke nemondi kubiha Fort Portal kubitwara Kampala nohereza omusoro. Hariho omusoro aho, omusoro gwa kikaki. Omusoro guha okwihaho okugura license yokusubura. Nosanga local government zanyu nizibeiba zibeho empoza inyo yinta kwikiriza ejo nkajanga kara tinkugonza mpoza ebintu ebyo omuntu nasubura ebyomere. So there is no central government tax other than the license fee. Somebody buying produce from here to Kampala or to anywhere, there is no tax. There is no tax on export. If I'm exporting products, I don't pay tax. There used to be a tax on coffee. We abolished it. When you are bringing machinery inside Uganda, we don't tax you. So no government who are the ones who are taxed? It is the people who are importing consumer goods from outside, mainly the import tax. This is the debate. So when you are debating, Kandavo, those people who get goods from outside, one of the reasons we tax them is because they kill our own imports. The shirt I am putting on, nyo tinchajwale ebikuruga heru esati zikuruga heru nkazangera kimu esati yange no Uganda 80% 90%. In fact, it must be like 80% Uganda. Pamba ya hano 100% actually. Ejo sati nyo injweli. Engoye za abafu nkazanga engoye za heru nkazanga nyondemere hano njasugeze empare yonka tinkatungire ya hano. So when we tax the textiles, imported textiles, we are protecting our own textiles here. Like the shirt I am putting on, which is 100% Ugandan. So let us debate that. Let's not mix up. Which taxes are you talking about? It is mainly on the imports of consumer products. Not machinery, not raw materials, but consumer items. You, the workers in the factories, you should be the ones defending this one. If the labor leaders are representing the factories. Now, what I picked from the talk, there are 2 points which I'm going to take up immediately. One point is the markets which we built have been taken over by the parasites. The rich people have taken over the markets and displaced the Banaku who were selling in those areas before we built the markets. That's a big issue, which I directed the Vice President who is here to take up with the Minister of Local Government. This one I heard about before. Obutare Bwabanaku So this one definitely we shall take it up and investigate it, and we are going to chase those corrupt people who misuse their positions to oppress small people. Ubuntu wawanako numuserra yuki. Ibi abana kumbereki abantu abagufu mbyantahe barekere ubuntu wabo bakorora ombutaro. That one is a good point. I thank you very much for raising that one. Now the other point I picked up was the point about the employers are also not Christians. Nobody out benemo bukafiri. But he said that instead of using permanent labor, they use casual labor. Is that correct? They use casual labor. Anyakul. Have you heard that? Had you heard it before? You had heard it? The Karamojong girl will handle it. That one is a good point, because even if I am still getting a low salary, because we are still sorting out the issues of electricity, I should be permanent, not casual, coming to. I should be permanent. That one is I'm going to insist on. Now, on the tea crisis, first of all, tea is not a high-value crop. Among the ones I selected for my tomorrow people. And I put it in writing. It is part of the large-scale agriculture, extensive farming. And I had studied it, and if you see my documents, I had pointed out that the global demand of tea is not very big. If you look at the demand of coffee, some years ago was 118 million bags per year, 60 kilogram bags. It is now 160 million. It is going up, coffee. But the global demand of tea is not so big. And the biggest consumers apparently were mainly Pakistan and Egypt. But they got into political problems. So that's why there is this insecurity. But also, on our side, there were some mistakes, which is what Colonel Obutime was talking about. We're not using fertilizers. We were oxoroma. You know, English is a poor language. They don't have enough words. They say have plucking. Call it plucking tea. Ngubakani basoroma kubi haine ebiharba jirweitu. This is the one we are going to address in the cabinet, which Colonel Obutime talked about. We are going to address those our own side here. But the bigger question is that tea, the global demand, you should check it properly. I have it in my booklet. I put all this in writing. I say, please, the global demand of this one is this much, the global is this much. The global demand of tea is not so big. Not like coffee, not like milk, not like fish. That's why I recommended the seven enterprises in writing. Bitu nyewe binkubaza nibafao. Tubukufao. Ogunabaza buriyomu. And minyingi itukuruzo bushera. Many tongues spoil the broth. Huh? Let me see. There's where I put them. I don't see it quickly here. I'm trying to get the. Bring the other one. Go soup! Omnyankolagira wakahandikire karamu tukajunda. Go put. This is a booklet I wrote in 2011. On page 17, I put there, akatabo kangu mgurusa kiahandikire ira. Nkahereza bano, urukwija muhereza, urukorabaho muhereza. Tubakurufaho. Coffee, global demand, 8 million metric tons coffee, and the value $324 billion. This was 2011. Tea, chai. Irhanu. 1.2 million metric tons, $17 billion. Muhurira bagenzi bange. Umuguruse byahandikire 2011. Chai global demand esente zayo biliyoni 17 za dola. Omwani akasumyako 324 billion. Cotton pamba 50 billion. Fruits 90 billion. Fish 102 billion dollars. These are dollars. Milk amata agenku gambira 480 billion. Wheat engano ni na katereka kakoto 221 billion. Vanilla mwichuka vanilla katuletere bizubu 45 billion. Bananas ebitoke hakiri ebitoke 120 billion dollars. Byona biri hano mukatabu. Beitu nobaza tubakufwayo. Bari hamasumuru. Okay. Katonda jari. Now finally, I'm looking forward to meeting the labor leaders. They are very articulate, but I want to put content in what they are saying. I want to help them know what to say. So my PPS, in the month of June, organized for the labor leaders and for the leaders of the Rwenzori of this area. I want to meet them also. In June, I want to meet you. Ebyange bigarikiraho mukuruko olunaku lukulu lw'abakozi Ruhanga abakonyere.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for the wise counsel and visionary leadership that you have always shared with us without reservation, without getting tired. We are so grateful as people of Toro that you have even given us an opportunity to meet you on the sidelines so that we can be able to articulate our issues and concerns. And also the workers must be extremely happy that they are going to meet you privately so that they are able to talk about their concerns. Your Excellency, before I invite the chieftaincy of Meadows, let me recognize a few people here. Honorable Crispus Chionga is here with us. The members of the Central Executive Committee of the NRM party have all attended. Honorable Gabriel Kato, James Tweheyo, and Jacqueline Chatwaire, and Honorable General Semera are all here with us. Public Service, we have Honorable Grace Tuwita Bagaya, Mr. Michael Mugisa, and Ms. Ada Kawakore Mwanga, Engineer Dr. Mbabazi. I would wish to take this opportunity to now invite Major General Igumba George, the Master of Ceremonies for the Chancellery of Awards. Major General Igumba George, the floor is yours. I would wish to inform Your Excellency and the general public that our Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development is on another official engagement in Azerbaijan, and that's why she's not here with us today. But I remember when I raised the members of parliament, I think it was so hurried that they did not see them. About 45 members of parliament have registered their presence, Your Excellency. Can we request you kindly to stand up wherever you are located so that the people get to know that you are here? Members of parliament, comrades, please, I beg that you stand. Here they are, and please a hand of applause for their attendance. They walked and traveled from long time areas. Major Iguma, please.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, High Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Vice Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, Honorable Ministers and Ministers of State here present, their Excellencies and the Ambassadors and High Commissioners accredited to Uganda here present, Honorable Members of Parliament here present, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Toro, their worships, the religious leaders here present, service chiefs, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On this auspicious occasion of celebrating the International Labour Day, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, is pleased to recognize deserving citizens of Uganda and other persons by award of medals of honor. To do the presentation of the 53 of the recipients is me, Major General George Igumba, the Master of Ceremonies for Chancery. Now, therefore, in accordance with Section 3, Part 2 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001, as amended, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, has approved the award of medals to 53 persons, among whom 11 are female, during this year's International Labour Day celebrations. The medals are in the categories of the Distinguished Order of the Crescent Crane, Second Class Grand Officer, the Exemplary Service Order, Second Class, the Nalubale Medal, the Royal Triangle Medal, the Gallantry Star Medal, the Meritorious Service Medal, the Personal Sacrifice Medal, the Long Service with Good Conduct Gold, 3 years plus medal, and last but not least, the National Independence 60th Diamond Jubilee Anniversary Medal. The names of the 53 awardees were duly considered by the Presidential Awards Committee, comprising of 9 eminent persons, with Honorable Beatrice Wabudaya as the chairperson and Hajat Zamina Malole as the secretary, under the aegis of the Minister for the Presidency, Honorable Mile Babirie Babaranda. Now, the award of the Distinguished Order of the Crested Crane Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule, Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001, as amended, the honor of the Distinguished Order of the Crested Crane Grand Officer is awarded to a person who distinguishes him or herself in leadership or service in the public or private sectors as a political leader of a local government, an advocate, doctor, engineer, or accountant, a member of a foreign government who contributes to the development of Uganda. The one awardee who has been duly approved is none other than Honorable Daudi Migereko, a male adult from Jinja District, who was born way back on 26 June 1956 in Wakitaka Village, Jinja City, and was the chairman of the Uganda Tourism Board for 2 terms, 2017 to 2023. As chairperson of the board, he directed the formulation of the Uganda Tourism Board Strategic Plan 2020-2021 up to 2024-25, which has endeared Uganda to travelers as the best destination to visit during the past 5 years. During that period, he guided the board in developing a destination brand, Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, which was successfully launched by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda on 21st January 2022. He is an environmental conservationist with forests in Jinja, Ngereka Village, and Mayuge District, whose acreage Your Excellency has pleaded with me to remain silent about. And indeed is a co-founder of Finca Uganda, which is a precursor to the mushrooming circles. Award of the Exemplary Service Order, Second Class Police Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.3, Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the Exemplary Service Order Second Class Medal is awarded to a Deputy Inspector General of Police, a former Deputy Inspector General of Police, an Assistant Inspector General of Police, a former Assistant Inspector General of Police, and other police officers of similar rank. The one awardee who has been duly approved is none other than Assistant Inspector General of Police, Prince Godfrey Chiwanuka Goloba, a male adult from Luwero District. Omulangira Godfrey Chiwanuka Goloba enlisted into the National Resistance Army on 30th August 1985 and has risen through the ranks to Brigadier General. He has undergone several military training courses that include, but not limited to, the following: National Defense College, Karen, Kenya, Border Security Management course in United Kingdom, Next Generation of African Military Leaders course, Grade 2 Command and Staff course at Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Peacekeeping Operations course at Kofi Annan International Training Center, United Nations Peacekeeping Operations African Forces Commanders course, Turin, Italy. Assistant Inspector General of Police Goloba has held several command and staff appointments and is currently on tour of duty from the Uganda People's Defense Forces to the Uganda Police Force under the docket of training as the Director of Human Resource Development. Next is award of the Nalubale Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the Nalubale Medal is awarded to all civilian activists who have contributed towards the political development of Uganda, either through armed struggle or civil disobedience, and otherwise right from colonial times. The 3 awardees who have been duly approved are our own Mrs. Edith N. Ramwaro Uturo, a female adult from Chenjojo District. She is a dedicated administrative cadre with 36 years of sterling working experience, 24 of which at senior management level. She has grown through the ranks from an assistant secretary to the current one of undersecretary in the Public Service of Uganda, an accounting officer, to date, formulating, developing, and managing policy programs. She has ensured proper planning, budgeting, execution, monitoring, and evaluation of the Ministry's approved policies and programs. She has supported policy analysis development, prepared various policy documents, including cabinet memoranda, ensured proper management of the ministry's human, financial, and material resources at departmental and interdepartmental levels from 2004 to date. Haj Juma Abdallah, a male adult from Wakiso district. Miss Nampija Aida, a female adult from Nakasongola district. Now the award of the Royal Triangle Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2 Second Schedule Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the Royal Triangle Medal is awarded to any person, military or civilian, who either joined the struggle or operated closely with the armed freedom fighters against dictatorships in Uganda from 1981 to 1986. And the one awardee who has been duly approved is Resistance Officer number 03801, Major Robert Balungi Rubega, a male adult from Wakiso district. Award of the Gallantry Star Medal, Police. Pursuant to Section 3.3 Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the Gallantry Star Medal is awarded to police officers who have distinguished themselves through acts of gallantry demonstrated in operations, community policing, intelligence, gathering, and bravery. The one awardee who has been duly approved is Inspector of Police Mohoz Eli, a male adult from Shema district. Next is award of the Meritorious Service Medal, Police. Pursuant to Section 3.3 Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the Meritorious Service Medal is awarded to police officers for meritorious service, particularly in operations where initiative and meritorious behavior has made vital differences to the success of the operations. It is also awarded for acts of endurance and dedication. And the one awardee who has been duly approved is Assistant Superintendent of Police Muhereza Charles, a male adult from Kabale district. Award of the Personal Sacrifice Medal, Police. Pursuant to Section 3.3 Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the Personal Sacrifice Medal is awarded to officers who have been wounded or killed in the line of duty. It may be awarded posthumously. The one awardee who has been duly approved is number 66861, Police Constable Accord Catherine, a female adult from Pade district. Award of the Long Service with Good Conduct Gold 30 years plus Police Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.3 Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the Long Service with Good Conduct Gold 30 years plus Medal is awarded to officers with long service years with a clean and uninterrupted service to the force. The two awardees who have been duly approved are Senior Commissioner of Police Kasalao Christopher, a male adult from Iganga district, and Commissioner of Police Agaba Allison, a male adult from Muntungamo district. Award of the National Independence 60th Diamond Jubilee Anniversary Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2 Schedule Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the honor of the National Independence 60th Diamond Jubilee Anniversary Medal is awarded to a person in recognition of outstanding service and loyalty to the country from 9th October 1962 to 9th October 2023, and who has championed and contributed significantly to the struggle for the independence, or to a person who has continued to protect the independence of Uganda. The 43 awardees who have been duly approved are Prince Dr. Wunyi Agre, a male adult from Luka district, who joined public service in 2000 and has served under different government ministries, departments, and agencies. Prince Dr. Wunyi Agre is a distinguished public officer, an accomplished academician, a profound writer, and champion of the Ubuntu, the humanist approach in management. Dr. Wunyi's writings, The Agony of a Rising Star and Endless Struggles, have had a particular influence to the common man because the storytelling approach resonates with the common man. Prince Dr. Wunyi is a mentor and a down-to-earth leader. Next is Reverend Father Paolino Tomaino, may his soul rest in peace, who was a male adult from Italy. Next is Mr. Bigirimana Emmanuel, a male adult from Wakiso district. Next is Mr. Masaba Samuel Nagimesi, a male adult from Mbale district. Next is Mr. Kaija Richard, a male adult from Kawarore district. Next is Ms. Nimwesiga Christine, a female adult from Rwanda district. Ms. Katoko Susan, female adult from Dhaka district. Professor Mushenjezi Aaron, a male adult from Mbarara district. Mr. Karokora Mugabi Mike, a male adult from Mbarara district. Ms. Chozira Esther, a female adult from Namtumba district. Mr. Hassan Saleh, a male adult from Kampala City. Dr. Mwambu Paul, a male adult from Mbale City. Ms. Katoko Betty Lizzie, a female adult from Butebo district. Mr. Nkunzi Ngoma Chris Abel, a male adult from Kisoro district. Mr. Okumu Heliot, a male adult from Zombo district. Mr. Kalunji Vincent, a male adult from Wakiso district. Mr. Erima Jackson, a male adult from Busia district. Ms. Mukani Miria, a female adult from Kampala district. Mrs. Mukasa Amina Buyinza, a female adult from Luwero district. Dr. Biyinzika Kasolo Ruth Aisha, a female adult from Kampala city. Mr. Isagara Nyakana, a male adult from Kabarore district. Mr. Begumisa George, a male adult from Ushenyi district. Mr. Habamugisha Emmanuel, a male adult from Kabale district. Mr. Kalenz Victor, a male adult from Kawarore district. Mr. Sande George Amot, a male adult from Kawarore district. Ms. Kwebiha Jenny Rose, a female adult from Kawarore district. Professor Ntambirweki John, may his soul rest in peace, who was a male adult from Mbarara district. Mr. Maniraguha Emmanuel, a male adult from Kisoro district. Mr. Magez Eliezer, may his soul rest in peace, who was a male adult from Nyangavu district. Mr. Katagwa Thomas, may his soul rest in peace, who was a male adult from Mayuge district. Mr. Isabire John Richard, a male adult from Jinja city. Mr. Muwumza Paul Richard, a male adult from Mbarara district. Ms. Nyacho Patricia Iga, Assistant Commissioner of Accounts, a female adult from Toro district. Mr. Muyanja Paul, Assistant Commissioner, Internal Audit, a male adult from Kampala City. Mr. Mutege Kibyarukanga Eli, retired senior pharmacist, from a male adult from Masindi district. Mr. Fala Anyaku Wilfred, Principal Officer Grade 1, a male adult from Arua City. Ms. Achen Milian, Principal Officer 2, a female adult from Dokolo district. Ms. Aja Rova Lili, a female adult from Nebi district. Mr. Obong Okelo Tom, a male adult from Kwanya district. Dr. Barirega Akankwasa, a male adult from Kanungu district. Mr. Manda Samuel John, a male adult from Bujiri district. And last but not least on my list, Your Excellency, is none other than Dr. Msings James, a male adult from Chegegwa district. Your Excellency, that marks the end of my submission. I thank you for your attention and indeed patience for God and my country.
Salam Brigada! Wake up! Salam, Your Eyes! Mheshimiwa Rais, huo ndio mwisho wa gwaride. Naomba kutoa bendera uwanjani, Mheshimiwa Rais. Kunywa bendera! Toa bendera uwanjani! Salamu ya bendera!
I hope you can see how fast the colors are being matched out. And I think the young people would want to join the army right now. If there was a recruitment, you would see the numbers in this playground. Everything is done in rocket speed. The sovereignty of our state, Uganda, is visibly seen. In order and on time. A big hand of applause as they march out the other team. The parade commander continues with his work.
All right, I see.
Sir, Parade Commander, ward of Bishop Waride, naomba kwenda. Parade Commander.
A very big hand of applause to Lieutenant Colonel Wile Ndiomugabe for the job well accomplished. He has now handed over to his 2IC and he's going to move the parade forward as they march off. Thank you for that very good exhibition. We are enjoying. Special Commander, Commander Tendongo of UPDF, SP of Okedi Stephen of Uganda Police Force, SP Tukume, Uganda Prisons. Thank you so much, the leaders of the band. And also want to thank Major Kaganda, the one who was the secretary of the parade, and his assistants, Major Angela and Major Manje. Thank you so much for the job, well and perfectly done. Your Excellency, in these last minutes as we end, 2 students from Chegobe, St. Leo's College approached me. They want Honorable Dr. Musenero to reach out to them and look at the excavators they have innovated. One is in senior 3, another one is in senior 4. We are grateful for the innovation, science and technology that St. Leo's College has now taken up. Last announcement, the national census is on. On the 9th to the 19th, there will be a national census. Please stay home on the 10th. It will even be a public holiday. Everyone stay home until you are counted. Your Excellency, we are grateful. And you may wish to leave at your leisure, Your Excellency. And the rest of us will leave in the reverse order. We are so grateful and grateful to God for the climate, the environment He has given us. It hasn't rained on us. It wasn't neither cold, neither too hot. So we are grateful to God for this environment, because it's always a rainy season when we celebrate the Labor Day, and we usually suffer from the rains. So this has been a special one in the tourism city. God has been with us. As we conclude this, special thanks to my colleagues. Everything was put up together because of the coordinated assistance of Master of Ceremonies. May I request them to come and introduce themselves as they bid you farewell. Assistants, Masters of Ceremonies.
Frank Baine, my name, Senior Commissioner of Prisons and Prison Spokesperson.
Assistant Commissioner of Police, Naba Kasenoga Claire, the Deputy Public Relations Officer, Uganda Police Force.
The Secretary General, Notu, Mr. Bijirwa, could not run to the podium. And the Master of Ceremonies was me, Dr. Peace Regis Mutuzo, the Woman Member of Parliament from Nyangabo District, and the Minister of State for Gender and Culture and the Minister of Gender, Labor and Social Development. God bless every one of you as you move back home. Thank you for gracing our occasion.